What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? NoZoupForYou here, and you're watching some more Ranked Sprint. I tried playing randoms the other day. I tried playing quite a few rounds of random, and there was no joy for me. There was no excitement. So I sat there and I pondered and said, what do I do? How do I bring back that loving feeling that I had in Ranked Sprint when I'm not getting it in regular random battles? And I put my genius mind to the task and said, you know what? I've got a press account. Over in Russia, no less. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go play on that press account. And I'm going to play more Ranked Sprint because I love Ranked Sprint 3v3. And I decided to do something different this time. I decided to take out a non-premium ship. And that's why you're watching this first round in the Iowa. This was my first Ranked Sprint round on the Russian server. So this gives me a unique opportunity. One, to feel the pain that some of you might be feeling if you don't have any premium ships. And B, it gives me an opportunity to see if a ship like the Iowa is still viable in Ranked Sprint and in a competitive setting. So I was kind of excited about this because I really do love the Iowa. I know it hasn't aged well, but I love this ship for its historic merits. I mean, I've been on the USS Iowa, so the ship holds a special place in my heart. So I decided to take it out, and I decided to see what I could do in it. And this gives me a really unique opportunity also because I normally don't play on the Russian server, except when I'm testing certain ships that I only have on my press account. So it's interesting to take a look at the tactics that other regions use when compared to North America, since that's what I'm used to. And already you're seeing right now, they get after it. You know, I've got two battleships right here that are getting after it. I'm going to fire at this black and absolutely miss it. And now I'm going to focus on the Georgia. And I'm going to try and start angling because Georgia's guns hurt a little more than mine do. And you can see the blacks popping off his radar. I think this is actually the first black I have seen in Ranked Sprint. The crazy thing is this Georgia is just going to continue to fly forward perfectly broadside to me. No decision to angle whatsoever, which, you know, I'm going to take advantage of that if I can and start firing at the broadside Georgia and take off a fair chunk right there. Not as much as I would like. Wasn't as angled as I should have been right there and had a fair chunk taken off me. And that's a lesson learned. You know, being so used to the Pommern, which gives a lot more flexibility in your angles, and with its armor scheme, you can absorb a lot more damage, you can take a lot more damage. Not so with the Iowa. I'm remembering very quickly that the Iowa is somewhat fragile. It's a mistake I'll try not to make again. However, this Georgia is still just full steam ahead. No concern whatsoever to me, no matter how broadside he is. And no Citadel, well, there's one Citadel there, and took 20,000 off of him, so, you know, I'll take that, and I'm going to continue to angle in towards him, keeping the Soyuz to my left and the Georgia to my right. However, I'm going to continue focusing on this Georgia. That is still broadside, and I still wasn't angled enough right there. Still wasn't angled enough, and I ate another Citadel. So this is a hard point of learning. I'm going to knock him out with two Citadels right there, though, so when you play the Iowa, just remember, if you think you're angled more, because you're probably not angled enough. And I'm just going to slowly creep into cap here and focus my efforts on this Soyuz right here. But the Iowa, you know, I think it's viable. You definitely have to play a lot more careful with it than you do a ship like the Pommern or even the Georgia or the other premiums. But I still think that there are some very good merits to it. I mean, its guns still do hit very hard, and this destroyer over here, this black's taking pot shots. Our Kitakaze over here, I think it's a Kitakaze. I really wish they would get in the mix and go after that destroyer, but they're going to farm damage. I mean, that Kitakaze could eat him for lunch. And you see what's about to happen right here. We're about to square off in a brawl, close quarters. So I'm swinging my guns around, and I make a good fateful decision right here to kind of angle in at the last second while he stayed more broadside, and he just ate 5 citadels. I popped him. I popped him like a giant balloon, and it felt good. And with that, this round's pretty much over. You know, I'm going to slow down right here. I know black's out there. We've got this round, though. And actually, at this point, I'm slowing down because my daughter woke up upstairs in her bassinet. So, helping my wife out, who was holding my son, I had to run all the way upstairs after firing these shots, which is why I kind of go all full back. Run up, grab her, and I run back downstairs. And for the rest of the round, I had her on my lap, which didn't matter because, again, we won this round. And I want to say it was fairly easy, obviously. We didn't lose a ship, although towards the end we almost lost myself because I was playing a little too cavalier going after that destroyer, which, once again, for some reason, our own destroyer decided not to go after, despite the fact that our destroyer could have absolutely slaughtered that black. And you can see right there, I'm not even here right now, and it's a good thing I backed up. I would have eaten a torp, and God only knows I might have flooded out and not been there to hit the repair button. But yeah, this first round in the Iowa, you know, I'm excited to play more, if not for the fact that it does show what the non-premium players are going through. Iowa has not aged quite as well as the other battleships, though I still feel it's viable. Although, if you do love it and you have the Missouri, obviously you're going to want to use the Missouri over the Iowa, which I could have done. But again, I just wanted to get that tech tree feel going, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. It was nice to play the Iowa again. It was nice to do good in the Iowa. And there's that full health black using smoke to his advantage. And right here you're going to see our destroyer peel off and decide not to charge in and take him out, probably because of the radar that he's detected by right now, which I don't blame him for that matter. I don't. It's probably a smart move on his part. Not a smart move on my part to charge in here, but again, the battle has been won. There's no way that this destroyer can win at this point, so I switched to HE, and, you know, I was really hoping to get that third kill. I think that's what was on my mind right here, as I held my daughter, who was crying. But yeah, definitely glad I played the Iowa. Glad I switched over to this account so I could play more ranked sprint. Still love ranked sprint, and he snuck just behind there just in time, though he didn't hit me enough to sink me. We're going to win this here in the next couple seconds, and, you know, I challenge you all as well. Give your tech trees a try just to see. You might wind up surprised, especially with a ship like the Iowa, which many have written off for ranked sprint. I think it's still viable. Did get lucky, though, that the other battleships decided to play broadside to me and make some serious errors, but it was fun. It was fun, and I'm going to continue to use the Iowa to see how I do. And I'll keep you updated if I have time and I continue to use it. So, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Zoop out.